am Molly McGowan, and I am a full-time senior lecturer in the management department at Saunders, and I'm also the director for the Saunders Leadership Academy. So I think a big part of it for me and the way that I lead is the student leadership team. So I might have a rough idea. I've been teaching for 20 plus years. I've been teaching management and leadership for a long time, but there's always new ways of doing things. And so the student leadership team, we've been meeting since August, and we meet every week. And so they're very much involved in the brainstorming, the planning, and so they played a significant role in shaping the whole program and the project. So that's always a concern, right? I think, and I would just say a couple of things. One is, as we were planning for the year, we did a similar program in the fall, and then we had leading teams in the fall, and then this is personal leadership in the spring. The concern about COVID was always there, but we were clear that we wanted to make it an in-person experience. So we just felt that there's so much Zoom going on that for students who are here on campus, we wanted to be able to give them an opportunity to network with other students. The challenge in that was just logistical, like making sure that we had enough space in the room, making sure the activities we would choose to do. We did a networking activity where we brought everybody into the lobby and spread people out and had them practice networking as if they were at a conference, that kind of thing. We did a lot of creative thinking activities where if you were stranded on a desert island, what would be the 5 things that you would need to bring, so we had them do different kinds of challenge activities that was more talking through things than physically doing things. Their presentations, I couldn't wait to see what they did for their nonprofits. So this is different than a class. When you teach a course that's for credit, there's just so much more structure and rules and regulations, and as an instructor, you're grading, so you have specific criteria. A leadership program that's not for credit, that's co-curricular, we have more freedom, more creativity to be loose. And so I didn't, micromanage them. So I didn't really have a strong idea in terms of what they were going to do when they got up here. So it was great to see the effort that they put in and what they could do in a 6-week period to make a difference for a nonprofit. I think was impressive, and I was excited about that. So in the Leadership Academy, we look at kind of 3 levels of leadership. We look at personal leadership, and then leading others, like leading teams or organizations, and then global leadership, like leading globally, solving problems. And so this certificate, that we were trying to focus on personal leadership, like getting students to think about themselves as leaders, even though they don't have a title of manager or supervisor, that kind of thing. That there are certain skills, like influencing skills, communication skills, planning skills, where you can put those skills to work and make a difference and make something happen without having the title of leader. I think with any student team, start early, right? So, often we find ourselves scrambling the last few days, the last week, and sometimes that's just life. But the earlier you start the planning process, the less stress later on, right? So I would say planning things out, spacing things out. I think one thing that they did well, at least they talked about, was playing to people's strengths. So you saw that kind of come out in their presentations a lot, like who did what on the team was based a lot on people's strengths.